Come the first night, the traditionalists are out in force.
Long live harmony!
Heckle for harmony! Heckle for harmony!
Decency and morality in music!
Up with decency.
Harmony! Tunes!
The future is romantic! Down with modernity! Down with modernism! Give us a tune!
None of it does what music used to do, which is speak to the world. It's self-denying music.
Of course it speaks to the world. How could that not speak? That deals with the same themes as music is dealt with. For its whole life, it's just not tonal.
It denies,
you just want nice chords.
It denies itself the ability to speak
very
to the world.
backward-looking and reactionary.
It denies itself the ability to just say only the simple thing.
There is a complacent establishment.
In the media.
There is no real criticism or originality.
Of course there is.
It's modern music without opposition. It's like governing without opposition. It's dangerous.
It's fascism.
Yes, it's dangerous. The whole thing is fascism. You're calling this fascism.
It's
There is a tyranny of taste in this country. There is not a voice of opposition.
We are offering a new art. We are the way forward. We are the revolution.
Perhaps helped by the row, Gawain does unexpectedly well at the box office, but it was planned by Nicholas Payne's predecessor. His own judgment will be tested later in the year with a new production of Wagner's Ring Cycle, a huge enterprise for any opera house. He's hired a director and designer who are new to the house and known for their controversial work, so it's doubly important to keep music director Bernard Haitink alongside.
The finance department are after the Ring. Even the way we're doing it, which must be the most economical, conceivable way to plan a ring, is of course more expensive than doing wall-to-wall Tosca.
Oh no.
And the designs are overdue.
We must see things now. I must have an idea what he is up to. I have to insist. So ask Betty to arrange
I
anything.
think they must come in and show you something.
Yes, and it would be very helpful if you could be there.
December. I don't think you're going to get a model then.
No.
I will now go and put some pressure on them.
Yes,
to
please
do that. And I think I'm going to have to be a little bit fierce about design dates.
Yeah, you have to.
Otherwise, as you say, we're in a pistol to the head situation.
Tonight's show is the first of an unusually long run of 14 performances of Mozart's Magic Flute. This quirky production has been brought in from Scottish opera as a cheaper option than building a brand new production. But it's a risky strategy. There are 60 permanent members of the chorus. They have no say in what they sing, in what they wear, or indeed in what they have to do.
We might as well get some continental crap that we could...
Make
it
original opera house crap, rather than bring in somebody else's crap. That's what should be. That's the last.
The Magic Flute is not doing well. The opera board holds a post-mortem.
The flute, Nicholas ingeniously borrowed from Glasgow a flute which was hugely admired there and which did not translate as well to this house as we had hoped and he had hoped it would.
These last few months have not exactly been the Royal Opera's finest hour.
Another night, another show. The rather more traditional production of Wagner's 5.5-hour marathon, The Meistersingers of Nürnberg, turns out to be a critical triumph and a box office sellout. A key ingredient in its success is the conducting of Bernard Haitink. With the applause for the Meistersingers still ringing in his ears, Bernard Haitink must turn his attention to an even bigger Wagner enterprise, the ring cycle. There's now a model of the first set, though it's unfinished. With the director and designer away, Nicholas Payne has to use all his diplomacy to persuade Haitink to go along with the somewhat irreverent new approach. It features, among other things, naked Rhine maidens, aeroplanes, and a collapsible car.
What can I say? I mean,
if you remember, what he was anxious to establish was the image in that first interlude of time passing.
Yes.
And air, space.
Yes. The problem with all these things is, I asked him, do you think the audience will understand that?
Yeah.
And he said, well, few will, but many will not. And that's a thing which I not like. I mean, we should not be too arrogant, and we should not take things for granted. And even for me, at first viewing now, it is difficult to understand what he wants with it. But now, when you explain it to me, okay, that's the problem. Where is the borderline? Where do you draw the line that you say...
Perhaps I should just talk about whether they've thought of alternative images or whatever.
I think this is the thing. I mean, like the car image. I mean,
I'm not happy with it, of course not. But maybe I'm too old-fashioned. God knows.
Well, look, I mean, there are a number of things. You can't challenge every single image that's put forward and hope to have a happy result.
No.
It may be one should major on the car, which is something that we're all very unhappy about.
Yes.
And concede in other areas.
You can't ignore everything Wagner asks for. It will end that I will not play the music because they don't think the music is interesting anymore.
Every rehearsal period for a new production is, in a way, a tournament or a battlefield between the musical and dramatic elements. That's what opera's about.